to the Talkin Baseball pregame show, coming to you live from the Roosevelt Studios here in the Bronx. My name's Jimmy. We got Beach Jake over here, Pretty Trev over there, producer Zach behind the dish. Everyone's putting out their own vibe today. Trev with the best, me with the worst, Jake with the second worst. Zach right in the middle. Pretty Trev, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I told you guys this. I saw a Jake tweet. He said he liked my hair, so I figured, hey, let me get those T levels up for Jake today. Did a little messy hair routine. I got my Rays jersey on. It's a big day for Tampa Bay fans and for Yankee fans.
Huge day.
Little pressure on the Yanks today. I'd say we're feeling it in the fact that if the Yankees don't win today, our series recap episode turns sad and mad, and the chat gets angry. So hopefully the Yanks will salvage one for our sake. Rays have used their good bullpen, and yeah, I did my patented "Does anyone want to talk?" It's usually a late night, little stoned. Who needs to get it out? Whether it's baseball, life.
NE1.
Does NE1, and yeah, 73 comments under there. People talking, life, liberty, and the pursuit.
I asked some questions.
You asked some questions from some various accounts. So, yeah, I like doing that from now and then.
I don't know why I asked you about your DDT and you went into your sexual escapades. Obviously, I didn't mean that.
Trev, I mean, there's not much of a DDT in my sexual escapades, but there's more there than my baseball career. So, that's...
I think he was asking about your homer picks.
I don't think so. I think he was actually asking on the field.
I seriously wanted to know, like, when was the last time Jake Storiale went on the field and dominated, went on his DDT? There's got to be a time.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
It's a rude question.
It's a rude question.
No, I mean, there was a bad summer league I played in at 17 that I personally shouldn't have been in, but I played really well in it. So
why? What do you mean? What was so bad about it?
It was a bunch of outcast kids that weren't on high school teams. So there'd be a couple talented kids that got into fights with their high school coaches, and then the rest of the team was, a lot of people that really liked baseball but weren't great. So I mean, I was a mauler, man. I was killing it. I got invited to the league all-star game or something and didn't want to go because it was that bad of a brand of baseball. So.
Okay.
Yeah, good times.
Good times in Bethlehem. Let's do Yankees game starts in 15 minutes, so let's speed through this, Jake.
Let's get it.
I'm doing the East Coast today.
Do it, kid.
All right, on the East Coast, we've got the Phillies facing off against the Blue Jays. Trent Thornton versus Vince Velasquez. He's got a bad ERA because he's not that good. The Rays trying to sweep the Yankees. They're going bullpen day versus James Paxton, who had a good outing against the Rays last time he faced them. See if he can do it again. Phillies move on to the Blue Jays. Spencer Howard versus Chase Anderson. Phillies 1 win away from 500. Blue Jays 1 win away from 500. Someone will be 500 after this game. The Mets and the Marlins face off. Seth Lugo against Daniel Castano. Kind of don't care at all about that game at all. And the Red Sox and the Orioles, Evaldi versus Wojciechowski. So the battle of last names that end in I going on over there. And that's all you got.
Really good. Really strong stuff, Jim.
Thank you.
Yeah, Yanks trying to salvage. Rays looking good. They are officially hot. I'm going to talk a little bit about Phil's Jays later.
Is this Phillies Jays game happening already?
There's a doubleheader. It's 1 at 1, 1 at 4:05. And, yeah, Mets going for, I think, a 4-game sweep, so good for the Mets.
Get so the Phillies and Jays can both be 500. No, never mind.
No. We'll get there. I got you on that later. I swear.
John Curtis is a bad name for a baseball player.
John Curtis, former Twin. I think he's going to be used as an opener today. Maybe go 1 or 2. I don't know. But James Paxton's got to be feeling the heat in New York. I don't know if you guys are talking about that later in the What to Watch For, but my goodness.
Yeah.
You guys always talk about the New York media. What are they saying about old James Paxton right now? If he goes out and gets lit this game.
I'll give you the insight. If he has a good start, they'll like him. If he has a bad start, they'll dislike him.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you guys know I have a hat on under the hood?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do. James Paxton does that cool thing with his
Both look
hand
good.
where he just goes like this.
What's
You guys
that?
ever see that GIF?
Okay.
Whatever.
No. What's he do? He just does
I'm not
this?
doing it again. Yeah.
Interesting.
Paxton gift
No, this is a
hands.
really bad matchup for the Yankees. We did the pregame show, and the lineup construction without Judge, without DJ, and the Rays bullpenning. I'm ready for the Yankees offense to get shut down, and then it all depends on Paxton. So
When are those guys coming back?
Judge on Saturday, DJ not for another week and 2 weeks.
Giancarlo,
Stanton.
question mark.
Stanton probably 2 weeks before playoffs.
Remember when a bald eagle landed on James Paxton's shoulder?
He needs that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to pitch with intensity. It's he has admitted to it as well. He's a motion pitcher.
Someone,
Anyway.
hold on. I just want to make one point, or you made a good point. This is all a warm-up for the postseason. As much as we want to get into these games, the Yankees are going to be in the postseason.
There's two options, Trev. Boone managed the worst game a manager can possibly manage ever last night, or the Yankees have these dumb game plans that they make before the game starts, and they stick with them no matter what, and Boone followed that plan because this is all a warm-up. I'm choosing to believe option 2. If it's wrong,
option 2 as well.
If it's
Maybe
a little bit of both.
Yeah.
a little bit. There's one move that doesn't make sense, but the pitching and stuff, it's a little bit of both. But yeah, if that was a must-win game and Boone managed the way he did, legitimately one of the worst managed games ever. But I think a lot of people aren't understanding. They're following these plans. It's very easy. Trev's gone.
Hey.
He hates the Central. Jake,
Trev's.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
quick
Brief
return.
one today.
Nice. Looking.
Yeah. Good job, Zach.
The Rays do look good. I'm not trying to take away anything. And Glass now looked
Yeah.
amazing. He put it all together for 5-6 innings, so that was good. Let's go to the Central.
Good time for him to get fixed in the Central. The Detroit Tigers and Spencer Turnbull try to slow down Trevor's Lucas Giolito. And the Chicago White Sox. White Sox record looking pretty good, fellas. My White Sox getting it going. Also in the Central, Justin Shane Bieber. Better look out for Selena against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Holy smokes, take Bieber and DraftKings, I guess, today. We'll see what that looks like. Trevor Williams, friend of the pod, he's been okay. Getting it going. Brandon Woodruff for the Brewers versus Jose Barrios for the Twins. Needs to get the ship straightened out. Come on. Sonny Gray and the Reds go on, and they face the St. Louis Cardinals and Adam Wainwright. And that's what's going on in the Central.
Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it.
Eno Saris, friend of the pod, friend of ours in general. Love Eno.
Sandwich connoisseur.
Yeah, he had an article out about some pitchers and what they could do to improve. One of them was Barrios. And he was just talking about, the stuff is good and everything's been good, but he just has been nibbling, getting behind. You can't do that no matter who you are as a pitcher. So I think, if that's one thing that he needs to do, is attack more. He's got excellent stuff. He just needs to go at it a little more. You can't fall behind and be successful in this league. So see if he can do that today. I'm still very high on Barrios.
More to come, since he is my what to watch for.
More to come.
Anything else in the Central that interests you? I think Sonny Gray and Bauer are having a fun teammate, rival, pushing each other. So I expect Sonny to come out and shove today.
Gosh, Bauer looks good, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
We're all good.
Yeah. Bieber
Someone
as well.
said he didn't go to his cap or his belt at all yesterday, since we were talking about spin rate and if he did anything.
Oh, interesting. I'd
Hair's
love to go
looking
find
good,
out.
John.
Yeah, I'm trying to match Trev.
Yeah, damn.
This is what they call rocket power hair.
Wow.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Good. Thanks. Anything else interesting?
It's left coast Trev. Baby.
Trev, what's going on out west?
The LA Dodgers still up in Seattle. Clayton Kershaw versus Yusei Kikuchi. Kind of a fun matchup there. I think the Mariners won last night. I had paid no attention to that game, but Dodgers 18-8, Mariners 8-18. After that, we got the finale, of the Rangers Padres series. Kyle Gibson, friend of the pod, going up against Dinelson Lamet. Padres look good, man. 3 games, grand slams. Machado walks it off last night with the granny. They celebrate. It was awesome to see. Gotta love that. And then this is my what to watch for. It's the D-backs in Oakland. Alex Young versus Sean Manaea. We'll go into that a little bit later. And rounding things off, the Anaheim Angels up in San Francisco. Jose Suarez versus Kevin Gausman, who is in the book. A game I'm not really interested in. I think everyone could agree on that one. Mike Trout. That's about it. And that's all we have in the West.
The Angels are 8-17.
It's crazy.
They suck.
They're unredeemably bad in this short season.
Worst 25-game start in franchise history.
Really?
Yep.
And Mike Trout has 10 homers in 19 games.
Signed Anthony Rendon.
Bundy's one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Bundy has been fantastic.
It's kind of crazy that, imagine Mike Trout in the playoffs on a good team. Like, so fun, dude.
Every day.
Do you think it's Joe Madden's fault?
I think it's the pitching, man. Yeah. It's been that way.
I know. I just try to take shots at Madden whenever I can because he's kind of been a
yeah,
bummer.
Well.
Maybe if he spent less time in his van.
Gibby, Lamet. Hey, I'm rooting for the Padres. Sorry, Gibby. You could pitch well, but Padres undefeated since the incident, and Indians undefeated since their incident. So keep that rolling.
Astros, longest win streak in all of baseball.
Yeah, my Rocks fell apart.
Going for the 4-game sweep today, the Astros.
You lose the first 2 games.
Did I miss that game? I did miss that game. I didn't even talk about it because it's way up in the corner for Baseball Reference. Astros visiting Jake's Rocks, Christian Javier versus Herman Marquez.
Marquez, you better DDT today, kid. Otherwise, the Rocks are going to be sad pups.
Yeah,
what's the Astros win streak at?
10, I think, dude. They've won a lot of games. I think they're.
I don't know about that. They're 8-2. They're won 7 in a row in the last. They're 8-2 in the last 10. Won 7 in a row. The Rays 9-1 in the last 10.
On fire. All right, I'm gonna go with my what to watch for first because we already talked about it a little bit. Barrios.
Ooh.
Barrios. Trev, what have you been saying about the Brewers? You've been saying the bats haven't gotten hot yet. The bats haven't gotten hot yet. Wonder what the Brewers did last night? Yelich. Yup. Braun. Yup. Someone else on the Brewers that I can't think of right now.
Hura and Avasale, I think, went yard.
Avasale. Hura.
Yeah, they all did.
Yep. 11 hits. So maybe the Brewers' bats are getting hot. It's a rubber match. Each team has won 1 game. Dick Mountain did poorly. Kenta Maeda did great. A lot of pressure on the Barrios. Even without all that surrounding and it being a rubber match and the Brewers getting hot, he's just been bad. I think he has 1 good game. He's got 1 Keuchel and 3 stinkers. And those are his 5 starts. So he needs to get better. All of Barrios' peripherals on the season are awful. He doesn't have a single red dot on his baseball Savant StatCast page, StatCast. Whereas last year, he had a lot of them. So according to my friend Trevor, he's been nibbling so much. And my friend Trevor heard that from Enos, who's a sandwich connoisseur. So Barrios needs to right the ship for the pitching, for the Twins, and the Brewers. They're trying to stay hot. So it's a fun little rubber match there.
If the Twins want to be, or if they think, or they are who they think they are, Barrios has to go. You can't rely on everybody else. Like he's got to be their ace.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, I mean, it's early. Again, we're talking about this. It is a 60-game warm-up. The Twins will be in the playoffs.
Yes.
He's got to figure it out sometime within the next month and a half and then go. And I think he will.
Dobnak's been their best starter, then Maeda. Yeah. They've only had 3 pitchers make more than 2 starts.
We've had some injuries. You know what? This Milwaukee team has always loved hitting in Minnesota. This is their matchup. If you look up Braun stats in Minnesota, they're very good. I'm sure Yelich's are the same. I told you guys, man, Yelich is going to hit 400 the rest of the season. The way he's come out, he's just going to get back to his regular numbers.
Yeah.
Braun's not going to hit 400, but he's not going to be what he's been. He'll get hot. So the Brewers team, man, they always do it to us. They lull you to sleep, and then when it comes down to crunch time, they go.
Good job by them. Barrios, get right. Jake, what's your what to watch for?
Berrios, my what to watch for. Jim, you were all over this, but your beautiful hat hair was not able to put the words together. The Phillies and Blue Jays are playing today, a doubleheader. They are each one game below 500.
Yeah.
Whoever wins the first game will be at 500.
Yeah.
And have a chance to go above 500. These are two teams. The Phillies are coming off a sweep of the Mets and then a split of the Red Sox, so best way to spin that would be they've won 4 out of 5. The Blue Jays just swept the Orioles. We've got two teams that are trying to get back in the mix, those 7 and 8 playoff seeds. Who's going to be there? These teams both have good chances if they're right. With the doubleheader today, if one of them can win both games, you're above 500. You're back. You're probably in the playoff picture. These teams both got off to slow starts. Matchup-wise, not necessarily must-watch. Spencer Howard, the Phillies are hoping he can get going for them. They think he's a special talent. And then Vince Velasquez, Trent Thornton, Chase Anderson. Expect the sticks to be out in a big way. No offense to the throwers. But yeah, man, this could be a big day for one of these teams. We've seen a lot of splits in the doubleheaders. If one of these teams could get them both, you're above that 500 notch. Get your season going. So that's interested to see how that sorts out.
I was all over it.
You look at that division. I mean, we talked about Miami, cream rising to the top. Miami is 2-8 in their last 10 games. They're going back. They'll be down in the cellar. And then it's who's going to grab that second spot in that division? I mean, are the Mets going to do it? We don't think so. They've lost too much, right? So the Phillies and the Nationals going at it for that second seed. And these teams, they haven't played very well. But with these expanded playoffs, man, everyone's in.
Yeah, battle for second place in the NL East will be fun. I do think the Phillies might take a run at it. I mean, if the bullpen just isn't the worst in the history of baseball, they might be able to do it.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. Want to move on? Trev, what you got?
My what to watch for is out on the West Coast. It's that A's D-backs game. If you're looking at the standings right now, obviously Oakland tops in the AL West, but the Diamondbacks have been doing it. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They're a game over 500. What I'm really watching for is Sean Manaea. And pretty much the rest of Oakland's starters. They haven't been very good. The bullpen has kept them in the games. Their offense has been so-so. They've just kind of been winning games. They haven't been truly outstanding in any facet of the game. Maybe their defense. I haven't really looked that up. But Sean Manaea has to get going. The rest of the starters have to get going. He's been pretty bad. He had an okay start. It was like a Keuchel minus. I think he went 5 innings, 2 runs last time. So he needs to build upon that and go, because yes, they've been playing good baseball, but you're not going to win in the playoffs with the way their starters have thrown. So I'm looking for him to make an adjustment. He's been their guy. Him and Montes have kind of been their guy. And so far he's struggled. So I don't know what the adjustment is for him. If you look at his numbers, he's just getting hit more. I got his stats up right here if I can check him out. I mean, he's giving 12 hits per 9, and he's never been above a 9. His walk rate is about the same. His strikeout rate's about the same. He's just getting hit more. So, Sean, just don't get hit as much, and I think you'll do better. Figure it out, Sean.
It's interesting you mentioned Keuchel. I mean, if, Manaea hasn't, that website with the balls, not Fangraphs.
StatCast,
Baseball the red Savant. Dot, blue dot, Baseball Savant. There it is.
StatCast, Baseball Savant, same thing.
Friends. Manaya's got a little bit of Keuchel going on. He came back last year after an injury, 5 starts, 4-1 with a 1.21 ERA, strikeout per inning. And last year, his baseball savant numbers weren't that great. But the dude knows how to pitch. I know that's a phrase that's becoming depopularized. Depopularized? Oh, my God. But he can pitch well, get it going, Sean Manaea. I like him, and I think he could be kind of the next Keuchel if he's already not.
I don't know. He's been bad. I don't care.
He's huge. He's this
Depopularized is a word. Awesome job.
Hey, how about
in the
that?
dictionary? Everyone can eat shit about that.
Holy
Getting on my boy
smokes.
Jake for it. Jeez. Let's move on. Homer draft. It's the Homer draft. Yankees game about to start, but you know who's in the Yankees game? Luke Voit.
Yeah.
Currently on a dick-dropping tour.
Big time.
I took him on the 17th of August. We are on the 20th. I still have him.
Yeah.
3 games in a row with the homer. Pops me up, tied for first place. Last place, Trev in last place. People have been calling him that
LPT.
recently. Last place, LPT. Lippet. Lippet.
Lip it real good.
Since everyone knows I have Voit, I'll let you know who else I have. My other picks today stink out loud. Renato Nunez for the Orioles and Marcus Semien for the A's. I typed both of those into the sheet today, and then I said, hell did I pick those 2 guys? So just need Voit to homer, and we're all good. Trev, last place Trev, who you got?
I feel like you probably said the same thing when you put Voit in, and here we go. So maybe you'll get another run of 4 homers.
I think I put Voit in because I wanted Gary Sanchez, but I had already taken him, so I had to audible the Voit.
Right?
No, that was the next day. That was the next day. Yeah.
I think you said something like, someone hit a home run yesterday, so Voigt's going to be pissed, and he wants to hit one.
Oh, Trev, on Sharp Stats
Yeah.
with Katie Sharp. She does analytics show with us for Talkin Yanks. She gave me the numbers on Voit after he gets sat. 4 games, so incredibly small sample size. 8 for 16 every game, multiple hits, 4 homers. So my theory is pretty sound.
Yeah.
He wants to go. All right. Mine aren't exactly burning either. These picks were getting down to the end of the month. A lot of the big names are gone. I went with the guy who's one of the best players in baseball right now against the Red Sox too, which is always a bonus. Anthony Santander. He's already hit 9 homers. He's kind of a guy who we don't know anything about. He was a Rule 5 draft from Cleveland back when he was a baby at 21. He's been in the Orioles organization, getting a chance, doing it. I'll take anybody against the Orioles or against the Red Sox pitching staff. So Anthony Santander's my guy. Let's see if he gets one. Then this is my controversial pick because apparently I'm violating an unwritten rule or a gentleman's handshake agreement. I'm taking Kevin Biggio because he's playing 2 games today. He gets more at bats.
Yeah. I mean, it was...
But that's me. I'm doing something smart.
We've had this on the show where I asked Jake if we're allowed to do double headers, and we said no.
What show was that?
This one.
No.
But
I was I gone?
Trev, you just better hope he doesn't not hit one in game 1 and hit one in game 2, because then we got controversy on our hands.
No, I mean, new
We'll
rule.
let the people...
The new rule. If you're in last place, you can use a doubleheader guy.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I love it.
That's the new rule.
Those are my guys.
Like it, Trev. Yeah, Jim, and don't put down Semien too much. 3rd in the MVP last year, a few home runs. Like the pick.
They're showing Judge run in the outfield. It's like
the pick from you. I am going with, again, kind of... I'm a little salty. I did my Phillies stack yesterday and nothing. The Red Sox. So, again, we don't have to make a Red Sox rule, but left a really bad taste in my mouth. And I'm the kind of guy I like to bottom out before I come back up.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did. That's why I was in last place for
so
long.
I'm going to get some Astros out of the way. They're in Coors. They put up a big number yesterday. Correa, he has the big game yesterday, and he gets called out after by Bauer, just doing Bauer things. So Correa, he's going to keep his WWE life going on. And Kyle Tucker is real hot right now. He had a big game yesterday. He had a slow start. Big prospect for them, kind of a bonus piece. Now that Alvarez is out, Kyle Tucker's saying, like, hey, I'm here. So I'm going to do 2 Astros. It's done. I hate it. In course. Blah.
Blah.
Bad boy Jake is here.
Ugh.
No sleeves, bad picks. Let's go, baby.
Blah.
Blah. All right. Time for Jimmy's dumb prop bet of the day. Jimmy's dumb prop bet of the day. DeGrom. Wait, what happened yesterday?
It was a
Cole
good one.
beat DeGrom. Barely. So
Very
Trev
good.
or Jake got it correct. He takes the lead over there. I'm setting good lines. So
You're setting
It was
great lines.
his last out did it. It gave him the extra third of an inning. It gave him a strikeout.
I think you thought at the start of this, I was being facetious, but you're good at this, and it's a skill my brain can't even process.
yeah, well, today's a fun one. We're going to Colorado, right?
Yes.
The hits in that game, Astros versus Rockies. Astros got 20 hits yesterday, I believe. The over-under is set for 11.5. They're predicting runs. You need hits to get runs. Now, I will ask for some advice because I'm combining Sonny Gray and Shane Bieber, the Ohio boys,
Ooh.
strikeouts versus hits in the Colorado game.
By both teams?
Both teams hits versus Sonny and Bieber's strikeouts. If we need to
I like
include if we need to include walks, I can, but it might be fair. You know, you're looking at 20 as like the over
That
under.
was around 18.
Yeah, 18
both,
to
yeah.
20 combined strikeouts, and then that. So
Gosh,
Oh.
Bieber might strike out 20 people today.
Was he playing the Pirates?
Yes.
yeah, I think you need to include walks in the Colorado game because they got good pitchers over there.
That's too much.
Okay,
Too much math.
it's easy. 0-2 pitch to Brasso coming. I'm gonna take the K's.
Bieber and Gray.
Get some swinging.
Bieber and Gray, huh?
One out. Get him, James.
All right, let's get this over with.
Yeah, I made my pick.
You want to
God.
watch some baseball, Jim?
Taking the K's.
He's already doing it. I'll go hits. Coors Field, baby.
Now we're streaming the game. It's illegal.
I know. I'm trying to think. I kind of want to delay this just to piss you guys off a little bit, but I
Sure.
won't.
I got the game on. I'm totally cool.
It's just
let's
bad for
talk-
me.
Let's talk then.
Yeah,
just
it's
bad for me.
Here, Jake. Here.
Show's over. I can leave.
Here you go. Paxton.
Done my job.
Wines
I
and
need-
deals. The first pitch. Strike.
Trev,
High.
you better go quick
What did
because he
you?
won't stop.
What did you pick, Jim?
I took the K's. I think Pittsburgh sucks and Bieber might go off. And
I'll
I
take
think
K's.
and Bauer just beat Sonny for like the most K's in first 5 starts. So I think Bauer wants to get a bunch of K's as well. And they had 20 hits yesterday. They can't.
Oh wait, hold on one second.
Yeah,
Combined hits, Astros and Colorado. I think 18's a good one.
Gardy
18 's a
makes the
good number.
catch. 18. Yeah, that's what Jake had. 18. 2 outs for Pax. 6 pitches.
You
Love
guys
it.
are hilarious. All right, I'm gonna go with Jim. I'm gonna go strikeouts.
And what did you dig? K's as well.
Hits.
Oh, you took
I
hits.
gotta catch Jake.
Cool. All right. Thank you guys very much. We will
I think K's is the winner.
take you out to the sounds of Paxton throwing a strike.
Trevor's Rays.
Or not. Do we not have audio here?
There's a strike to Diaz.
Jake Sox.
See you, Trev.